And today is the World Forest Day, where we are meant to specially direct our thoughts, Kriti, nature. Kriti in Sanskrit is a work of art, a work of science, whatever. We are also a work of nature. From there, Prakriti, that which envelopes all of us in so many ways. The mountains, the rivers, the ocean, the trees, the plants, the vegetation, everything. But then from Kriti, we also have Samskriti, what we call culture. Actually, Samskriti is much more than culture as we understand in the language called English. Samkriti, that which teaches us to maintain a balance, inner balance, a balance in our thoughts, in our behavior, in our speech, vichar, vani, vyavar. A balance which takes us forward in life, doesn't allow us to fall, to do untoward things. So many various hues and nuances of that word. From that Samskriti, then the third word is something that unfortunately happens more and more if we are not careful, if we are not aware. That is Vikruti. फल का, फूल का, सब्जी का सड़ जाना, वो विकृति है. Bad thoughts, bad behavior, depression in life, suicidal thoughts, harming someone, these are all vikruti. Why I say this is that the World Forest Day also gives us a little imperative incentive to think about what we are doing to our forests. In Indian dance especially, I'm a dancer, you know that. In Indian dance we have the iconography of plants and trees and flowers and fruits. We worship them. They are the life givers. They sustain us, they nourish us. We worship the rivers as Lokamata. Another thing that I want to share with you is why we worship mountains and oceans and valleys and everything, stones. Because science tells us now, which in India we knew, of course, millennia ago, that everything has chetana. Even a stone has chetana. Like from coal you get diamond. From every stone you get a murti. You get vibrations. If you are conscious enough, if you are evolved enough, if you are empathetic enough. It's so beautiful. So from there I would like to take you on my journey as a dancer, that I ran away from home after doing BA, Elphinstone College, Bombay, in 1963. You can ask your dadi, nani, chacha, chachi, who was born in those years. It was not considered okay. Yeah, you dance, you also dance, you can dance, but you can't take it up as your the main activity in your life. I ran away. So that brings me to the question, do we have enough passion to do something? ये भी कर लूँ, वो भी कर लूँ, वो भी try कर लेती हूँ, वो भी कर लेती हूँ. And then you end up with a mess. You end up doing nothing significant or important. And this is the life. Years go by, the years flow away like that. Before you know, you are middle-aged, and you look back and say, hi, I wish I had done that. Fortunately for me, that flame of passion burnt here. And at the age of 18 and a half, to be exact, I ran away from Bombay to Bangalore in those years. So I took a train with my German scholarship money. And then I reached my guru's home. And they had gone to see a movie at night. So I sat there, and they said, who's this? I said, Sonal, sir, I ran away. Okay. Next day they sent a telegram to my family, Sonal is with us, don't worry. That was that. After that, I never went back to Bombay to live. I went through ups and downs when I'm introduced as Padma Vibhushan, Rajya Sabha member, 6 years, 2018 to 2024, and so many other things. I think, yes, is this me? Did I really do it? Or all was being done through me? That I became a medium because I opened myself. I followed my passion and I said, let things happen as they will happen, I don't care. Then I met with an accident in 1984. 74. In Germany, at the height of my career. There have been many peaks in my life. That was one of the peaks, Now, this was also one of my busiest periods as a dancer. And I met with a road accident in Germany. My spine was broken. The 12th vertebra was smashed like powder. There was nothing holding 13th and 18th vertebrae. The spinal cord was saved by a hair's breadth. And then it was like frozen rhythm. Prime Minister sent messages to the hospital where I was being treated. 4 kilo from neck to hips. Plaster cast in those years. They wrapped around with the broken back and broken ribs and broken collarbones. And not one oof from me. That dance discipline. A frail-looking Indian woman with all those German surgeons and doctors. They said, we've never seen any patient like her. I was sweating. But then they said, we can do nothing more. You have to take her to a chiropractor. We don't have that in India too much. Too many people don't know about it. They treat brain and spine. How do you deal with humiliations, insults, unfairness, injustice in life? You have firm belief in yourself. Therefore, you build a reserve of strength within you, and you face any situation, as I have done. And that is what I see when I see that around me. People of every age taking life in both hands, with strength, with grace, with wisdom. It makes me the happiest person. Draupadi is the symbol of that. Baal nahi bandhungi jab tak. Revenge is not complete. And this is not really revenge. This is justice delivered. Justice delivered. Draupadi, you may not know because we really don't know much about Draupadi. We only know that Draupadi ki wajah se Kurukshetra ka yuddha hua, Mahabharat, and she was very abhimani, very arrogant. Rubbish! Draupadi was a Tarka Shastri. She could debate with the greatest scholars on logic, on mathematics, on philosophy, on a range of subjects. She had an acute sense of humor. She had an acute sense of responsibility and duty. She was the perfect woman if you want to see one. And perfection is difficult to digest. You know that. Very difficult. She is perfection. And therefore, she had to be toned down in a way that had never before happened. She fought. She regained her position, her status, the inner strength, the conviction, and the female, the divine feminine we talk about. She is the symbol. She is Shakti. And that's why I think that we all need to understand that we are all Shakti. So we all have that. It depends on us how we use it. It depends on us how we use it for the common good. Not only selfishly for my achievements, for my rise in life, for position, for this, for that. No. What you do with these great qualities within you. So Draupadi to me, along with so many others. So Prakash Jha made a film on me, Sonal, and that won the national award. And that pretty much covered till then my life till 1999. But then what happened after that is even more important. I entered public life in a way that I hadn't done before. I had fought my battles, by the way. You know, when I went to Chicago, to Washington, to celebrate Swami Vivekananda's going to World Parliament of Religions in 1893. उसका 100 साल 1993 में मनाया गया. अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी came to my house and said, सोनल जी आपको जाना है. Okay? Hari Prasad Chaurasia ji is going, and Anuradha Podwal and Anup Jalota, and Shatrughna Sinha is the anchor. I said, whatever, I'll go. ठीक है. Musicians को वीजा नहीं दिया, 3 दिन तक अमेरिकन एम्बेसी के बाहर खड़े रहे. क्यों? Because the then government and the then Minister Arjun Singh called up the ambassador of USA and said that इन लोगों को नहीं जाने देना है. Okay? So much for tolerance. And because I was going there, I had my 5-year visa. So the foreign secretary, J.B. Dixit, Mani Dixit, who later became principal secretary to Atalji when he became prime minister, he said, Sonal, you just go. I'll tackle these people. And in 1993, I was called this, that and other, Times of India, Hindustan Times, Veer Sanghvi, television programs. I was directly challenged. In Mavlankar Hall, the CPM, the CPI, the Sahmat, Swami Agnivesh, Shabana Azmi, Kaifi Azmi, Kuldeep Nair, they all had a huge meeting. I was summoned. Why are you going? I said, because I'm invited. I'm a dancer, I'm an artist. I'll go anywhere. You should not go. Why? Give me a reason. Swami Agnivesh says, Hitler ने बुलाया होता तो अब जाती क्या? क्या बेवकूफ़ी? But I said, हाँ, जाती. I would have gone. मैं उनका हृदय पलटा करके आती. I would have changed his ideas. I would have done that. My art has that power. My conviction in my art has that power which says, Satyam Shivam. I went through that. And when I came back, I was a pariya. Again, no Sonal Mansingh. She's saffron. I suddenly became saffron. I became Sanghi. हरिओम. मैंने कहा मैं तो आर्टिस्ट हूँ, मैं डांसर हूँ, आप मुझे इज्जत से बुला रहे हैं. मैं कहीं पर भी जा रही हूँ, छोटे गांवों में, मेलों में, कहाँ कहाँ नहीं गई हूँ. I've covered almost more than 500 venues in India and 90 countries in the world. आप मुझे क्या बता रहे हो? So, why I say conviction, courage, with that humility, but also not taking any insult or humiliation sitting down. Never bow your head to the wrong person or to the wrong idea. And then I was called arrogant. तो कहते हैं कि बड़े एरोगेंट हैं, हॉट टेम्पर्ड, टेम्परामेंटल, डिफिकल्ट। ओके, तो दुनिया में पता है आज कितने लोगों को, इंक्लूडिंग अवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड सो मेनी अदर वर्ल्ड लीडर्स एंड maybe your principal and anyone is called names. Just smile. Yes, thank you very much. But I don't need your certificate. Thank you. I know who I am. And with that, I come to the last week. I was invited as chief guest and moderator on Odissi, the classical dance style, Odissi on the crossroads. My first sentence was, Odissi on the run. The dancers are dancing perhaps with, वो क्या कहते हैं, वैसे भाग रहे हैं, इधर से उधर जंप कर रहे हैं, एक पोस्चर कर दिया, इधर से उधर गए, इधर गए, कोरियोग्राफी ये करना है, कवर करना है। मैं कहा ओडिसी ऑन द रन, सोलो डांसर, not a group choreography, solo dancer with 4 or 5 musicians, कोई स्टेज लाइटिंग नहीं, जो लाइट है उसमें कर रहे हैं। What was it? What connections we made through our art, through our love. We built a bridge without being a movie star, without being a popular artist. I'm saying that कि जो बेसिक टेक्निक है इतनी अद्भुत है, फ्रॉम फीट टू हेड, एवरी पार्ट मूव्स, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, nostrils, mouth, neck, every finger solo together, every part of the body, and you create rhythms and you create melody and you create a whole landscape and story through your body. So ये मैं आपको ये बता रही थी कि ये जो आर्ट है वो इतना सुंदर है जिसके चलते दुनिया में हम लोगों ने बताया है कि भारतीय कला क्या है, और जो विचार आर एवरीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड, फैमिली वैल्यूज, एजुकेशन, संस्कार, संस्कृति, ब्यूटी, अप्रिसिएशन, पैशन, ह्यूमिलिटी एंड मेकिंग connections. तो यही तो है, और ज़िंदगी में है क्या? So I wish you all the best in your life. May you really rise higher and higher. May you serve your family, your community, the nation and the world. Jai Ho, Namaste.